Douglas over at the New York Sharks.
I'm Lynn Lewis, defensive coordinator, former player, New York Sharks. Played in the first game way back when, December of 1999.
And I'm Jen Blum. I am a wide receiver, and I am probably the oldest living Shark still playing.
Wait,
I actually
today.
played, that's true, I played in the first game, and I guess I'm the only one that still survived, although I will say, unfortunately today I do feel like I was 100.
And today was almost reminiscent of that first game because the wind, although not quite as bad as the first game.
It was about 50 degrees warmer.
That first game that we played in December of 99
December 11th.
was the only time in the history of my athletic career that no matter how hot I thought I was frozen to death.
Frozen.
The wind, the ball, if you left the ball on the ground, it got up by itself and flew somewhere else.
It did.
Our shirts were coming up over our heads, our hats were flying off. It was frigid out there, and yet we had all those fans still come out and promoted us.
But they still cry about it to this day.
They cry.
Especially my parents who come to almost every game. They
You remember
still
that first
cry
game?
about it.
But I have to say, and then we all were football players. Although we played flag, we still knew the game of football. And we had all done pretty well. It was contact flag. When these girls got off the bus, I honestly thought that, where did they grow them from? How did that happen?
They were huge.
They were huge, and not only were they huge, when they got on the line of scrimmage, they grunted and made animal sounds, and they all had beards and mustaches. So I wanted genetic testing to be done personally, and I'll never forget this as long as I live. The one girl, because I was playing offensive line, I was playing offensive left tackle. Oh, I was the left tackle. I was the blind side. And the girl in front of me, seriously, I really couldn't make a goatee. I could have braided her goatee. And she did like Mr. Ed, and she went with her foot like that. And after 7 times of like trying to hit her, I looked in the back and Tracy Smitherton, wonderful woman, great kid. I said, I'm letting her through, because they were blitzing. I go, I'm letting her through for you. And I said, because I'm not hitting her again. She, swear to God, made these noises again, did her goatee. I let her right in, and Tracy Smitherton was up in the air with her feet stranded up in the air like that. But I couldn't hit her anymore, but we won the game.
Yeah, nobody expected us to win, especially because they were beastly.
Well, I expected us to win, but
and nobody else.
the powers that be, because they were big deal. They played football for 6. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like 4 games. To play
But we've never played one.
Right.
Never won. I mean, I remember
And
putting
they
on my
took the
pads
best
and
of the 2
helmets.
teams. Out in
Yeah, it was their all.
the Minx and the Vixens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the best of the 2 teams and put them together to come play the Sharks.
And I'll never forget, we threw 2 touchdown passes. The very first play of the game, Tracy Schneider threw what should have been a touchdown pass to Lori DeVivio. She dropped it, because I will never let her forget that. And Tracy broke her hand. Somebody hit her helmet. After the game, after we won, we went to the sports bar. It was, remember in Long Island? It was 2
Yeah,
floors.
that 2-story one, yeah.
And the Vixens, that's who they were upstairs. And do you remember this? I said, Andrew, let's go upstairs and be friendly. Nobody would talk to us. Do you remember this at all? They were combing their facial hair, and they would not talk to us at all. And I went up to them, and they wanted nothing to do with us because they couldn't believe that we lost. I don't even know if you remember that.
I don't.
But oh my, they would. I said, Andrew, come up with me. Because you want to be friendly, come on. Nothing at all.
What I remember is I was actually in my first semester of law school when this came up, and a friend of mine in law school said, hey, I heard about this game that's happening. And I called up Jackie, who was the owner at the time, and I said, look, I know you don't know me, but I want to come down and I want to just show you what I have and see if you'll let me come down and try out so I can play this game. Make a long story short, I came down and said, okay, you can play. And I drove down every Friday during my first semester of law school from Massachusetts to New Jersey, got up the next morning, drove out to Long Island, practiced, got back in the car, went back to New Jersey, tried to do some studying, and got back in the car and back up to Massachusetts for 2 months just so I could play in that game. And, especially because nobody knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We thought that would be it. That'd be the one time that we would get to
the
play
one and
that
only.
football.
Yeah.
And all I could think is, I have to play in this game. I've always wanted to play football, and so
That's what we
Don't
all
forget the
thought,
duck
yeah.
poop.
oh my
The
God.
duck poop that we practiced in.
That we practiced in.
Frozen duck poop in
Frozen
Montauk.
duck.
Calmetto Park.
Calmetto Park.
I drive in every Tuesday and Thursday with Saturdays do we practice?
I remember
Tuesday and Thursday.
Saturday. I couldn't make it Wednesday because of law school. I made Saturdays.
I made it Wednesday on the train from Manhattan. I would come out, take the ride out, and then, oh God, why can't I say their name? This is like Alzheimer's had already said it.
Sounds like
After 100 games,
What'd she
Jackie
play?
and
Jackie, redheaded Jackie? Oh, Nikki?
Nikki.
Nikki.
Nikki picked me up at the train station and brought me to practice. And every time.
I
It
drove
was freezing. God, it was cold. But yeah, that was fun. And I remember I didn't get in that much. When I finally got in, the ball, Nuge snapped the ball over my head. Oh my gosh. And I thought, oh, I'm going to die right here because I've got to turn around. And I was already like the 10 man. I was so cold. And I remember falling on the ball, and they all piled up on top of me, which was nice because it was warm.
That's the first time
I was like, no, yes, I don't care, I'm squashed.
You know those hand warmers and those feet warmers were actually frozen. Everything was frozen.
Everything.
It was so cold, but it was. I remember, and I can't find the video of us videoing going around. We played it. Where did we play it? At a college.
At Hofstra.
Hofstra, right?
No, we played it.
Eisenhower, Mitchell Field, and we had the videos there. Like we were so pumped. I had that
Was it
video.
the New York Times and everybody there?
Everybody was there.
Everybody was
The New York
there.
Times, the Daily News, the
Remember that.
Post, everybody covered it.
I still have those articles. Yeah, and then,
I still
and then
have
they all disappeared.
And then it was like the novelty wore off, and we haven't seen them since.
And our very first game was a windy, cold day. And our 100th game was a windy day. Not
Although
cold.
it wasn't as
No,
windy.
I said not cold.
Yeah.
But
And it wasn't as windy as against 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago was insane.